on, folks, and welcome into this week's edition of the Monday Morning Wrap here on Sports Tree. I'm Connor Roundtree, and we're fired up to be here today. We have a really fun show for you with the Home Run Derby, the Gold Cup and CONCACAF, and obviously Wimbledon is happening right now as we speak. So let's jump right into this show with a little weekend wrap-up for you. And let's start out on the F1 circuit at Silverstone, the British Grand Prix. We had a phenomenal Sunday. We swept our bets. Obviously, Lewis Hamilton, plus 110, got onto the podium, did what he did. He did what he does at Silverstone. The winningest driver in the history of the British Grand Prix gets out and gets on the podium. We had Lando Norris finishing in the points. We needed him for a top 10 finish. He goes out and finishes on the podium. Second place, got off to a phenomenal start on the weekend, too, taking the lead in that race on Sunday. And then, obviously, Max Verstappen goes out and wins again. 8th win of the season for Max Verstappen. That is absurd. He also got his 6th pole position, and we had him to win at Dash 350. We had him to win the pole, and at Dash 350 we had him to win the race pre-qualifying bet. So not a tremendous value bet, 3.5 units to win a unit, but hey, when it's that consistent, it's that same logic as Scotty Scheffler in the top 20 that we've been playing with the PGA. When it is that consistent, you might as well ride it out. Other news, golf news. We had a terrible weekend in golf. We did not hit a prop bet all weekend. We only had 3 or 4 going for us. A very weak field. I wasn't John Deere Classic. Congratulations to Sepp Straka, but it wasn't our weekend. We will bounce back. We will recover heading into the Scottish Open and I believe the Barbasol Championship this week. Check out Talk Birdie to Me later in the week. Now, UFC 290. Alexander Volkanovski got the job done. He was a Dash 400 favorite, but we took him to win the fight over 2.5 rounds. He won it in over 2.5 rounds. Dash 139, nice little ticket. We did not hit any of the parlays because Robert Whittaker got stopped by Dricus du Plessis. Congratulations to du Plessis. Him and Adesanya will definitely have a grudge match for the ages. Who's the real African? That's going to be the storyline, and that's kind of messed up, but hey, that's what we're riding with. Let's jump into the sporting events for this week. Your sporting appetizer of the week is the Home Run Derby. That goes down at 8 p.m. on Monday night. You can see the bracket right here, and I like the right side of this bracket. I think either Pete Alonso or Vladimir Guerrero Jr. are going to win this thing. Let's start with Pete Alonso. Obviously, he's won this Derby twice. He's been in the league for just 5 years, and he already ranks 5th all-time in Mets home runs. New York Mets home runs, history of the club, he already ranks 5th all-time in just his 5th season. He already has won 2 home run derbies, and he's hit the most home runs in home run derby history combined. So he's built for this. So Pete Alonso, obviously that's a nice look at 3-1. I think it's either going to be him or another guy coming out of the right side. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., the 6th seed. That's way too low a seed for Vladdy. Vladdy has the most home runs in any single derby. Back in 2019, he hit 91 home runs, 40 in the second round alone. Now, he lost to Pete Alonso in the final, 29-22. However, let's not overlook the fact that he hit 40 dingers in the second round. I think he exhausted himself a little bit with 91 in the single event. So I like Vladdy to go out and get the job done. I'm actually taking Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at 3.5 to 1. I'm sprinkling Vlad, sprinkling Pete, because I really do believe that only one of these two guys are going to win this thing. They're going to have to face each other in the semifinals if they do get through. But if Vladimir Guerrero Jr. gets the job done, he will make his father and him the first father-son duo to ever win a home run derby. That is awesome. So Vlad Sr. won back in 2007 in San Francisco. Now it's time for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to get it done here on Monday night. Plus 350, get that number only on PointsBet. Your sporting entree of the week, folks, is the CONCACAF Gold Cup. Earlier on Monday, Canada lost to the USA in penalties. They were tied 2-2 after regulation, went into penalties, and the Americans got the job done 3-2 in the quarterfinals. They'll take on Panama, who knocked off Qatar 4-0. That match will go down on Wednesday. And your other semifinal going down later Wednesday night, it's Jamaica taking on Mexico. Jamaica punched their ticket to the semis by beating Guatemala 1-0, and Mexico beat Costa Rica 2-0. So we have a fun little matchup, fun little footy action going down this week. Make sure you get all your plays and bets in through us here at Sports Tree and over on PointsBet. Now, we will have some news and some updates for this going down on our sports blog, on our soccer section. Our guy Aaron Canton is locked and loaded for the CONCACAF Gold Cup. So tune in to Sports Tree. We've got you covered. Your sporting dessert of the week is Wimbledon. Save the best for last. The best tennis tournament of the year every year for my bottom dollar. The women's singles and men's singles, the round of 16 wrapping up on Monday, and Daniel Medvedev punched his ticket through to the quarterfinals on Tuesday. On the men's side, both Novak Djokovic and Daniel Medvedev are through. Those were my two picks going into the tournament. So that always makes me feel pretty good knowing that my money is still in play. On the women's side, all top 4 seeds are through to the quarterfinals. Those will get going on Tuesday and then be played through Wednesday. And then you'll get your semifinals Thursday, Friday, and obviously your finals will happen this weekend. Folks, Wimbledon's been fantastic. Make sure you stay tuned to Sports Tree for all your updates and everything you need to know about the tennis tournament. All right, folks, as for your trivia question on this week's edition of the Monday Morning Wrap, to get in to win a pair of NHL or NBA tickets to see any team of your choice for next season, here's your question. Who has won the most home run derbies of all time in the MLB? He's won 3 times. There's only one guy to ever win 3 times. Head over to sportstree.ca, answer that question, and you're in to win. Folks, I'm Connor Roundtree. Enjoy the week of sports.